First time I cried the whole time we've been abroad.
I'm getting emotional.
Bro, I cried today. Have you gone on any dates?
But I don't even know if he likes me. I fell down the stairs and I threw up.
Actually, the scariest situation I've ever been in my whole life. Hey guys, welcome back to... Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Steph and this is Lauren, and today we're going to be doing a study abroad Q&A.
Chaotic duo.
We're back and we have our wine. If you didn't know, we've been studying abroad for the past 5 months. We originally are from Arizona. We go to Arizona State University and we are studying in the UK at the University of Sussex. So we decided we're going to answer your guys' questions because all of my DMs and comments have been questions about study abroad. So I thought I would answer them today. All the ones that I keep getting repeated. So I asked my Instagram story and you guys asked a lot of questions. So we're going to go through them all.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to be drinking wine and answering your questions so they're more honest. The first question I got asked the most out of everything, so I'm going to get it out of the way because it's not that fun or exciting, is this expensive? How much does it cost? How are you affording this? Whatever. Which is a good question and valid. At Arizona State, we have like a really good exchange program where they literally just swap you with a student from another country's school and it's no extra cost. It's exactly the same as your tuition at home.
You just pay like rent, like housing.
The dorm that we're living in. I know it's different at like every single school and you can also go through like separate programs and it depends what country you want to go to, but ASU is a really good study abroad program. So I can't really go into like expenses because if we have a scholarship at ASU, we have a scholarship here, it's like the exact same. Someone from Sussex is literally just in my spot at ASU right now and I'm in their spot. We literally just traded. But it probably depends on what your home university's exchange program is. If they don't have an exchange program, then you're probably gonna have to do it through a program, which she almost did. It's way more expensive. You have to pay like the full price to travel and live and their school's tuition. A question we also got asked is how did you end up at Sussex? So I originally wanted to go to London because I wanted to go to a country where there wasn't a language barrier and Australia was still closed because of lockdown. I was looking at London, but all the schools were full for the exchange program and I knew I wanted to do exchange because I wanted to keep my scholarship and everything. So the only option in the UK was either like Manchester or Brighton, and I knew what Brighton was because of Zoella, duh. So I was like, oh my god, I would love to live in Brighton. It looks so cool. It's a beach town, whatever. And that's why I knew what Brighton was and why I chose it.
So happy.
Because it was either this or like going to Manchester and I knew nothing about Manchester, so. Shh. Filming. A mutual friend of ours, because we weren't like friends at our home university. We didn't know each other.
What are you talking about?
We didn't.
We were besties.
She was wanting to study abroad. A mutual friend like set us up and then I told her to come here. And that's how we both ended up here. Can you believe that we were going to school together since we were 10?
I can't believe
Isn't that crazy?
But honestly, I thought we were closer friends than you thought we were.
We knew of each other's names.
I thought we were acquaintances. Like, I felt like if I saw you, I'd give you a hug.
No, you wouldn't.
I swear to God I would.
I've seen you at every high school party ever and we've never hugged.
I swear, I don't think I've ever seen you at a high school party.
But
we didn't say hi.
You went to Zoe's parties.
I did, but like we never said hi.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you saw me, you wouldn't have said hi.
But I also never even saw Zoe either.
But you did. You just didn't register because you weren't friends.
Yeah, that's true.
So like we knew each other's names. And
like doesn't it suck? Because like we
missed out on all that.
I know we are really good friends now too.
Good for Clara for setting us up.
I know, because I wasn't gonna do this.
How is the workload different between the US and the UK? It's very different.
It is just like completely different.
We only know the experience of going to Arizona State and the University of Sussex. So
and also specifically with our professors and
our major.
Yeah.
So don't take that personally. I know that's a sensitive topic. I think the US is harder. What do you think?
Yeah.
At least for University of Sussex, you have a lecture and a seminar for each class. But there's no assignments here in the UK. Like, you don't have homework every week or every night. You have either like a midterm paper and then a final paper or just a final paper.
Or like, and like a project.
Well, in America, you have homework every single night. Things due every single day. So I find that to be a lot harder. I thought here was a lot more lenient, which is why we were able to like travel so much, is because we never had deadlines. I was doing like a paper a week in America and here I had 4 papers total the whole term, which made up 100% of my grade. So if you're not a good writer, it might not be good for you here. You might think it's harder in the UK because your whole grade, like 100% of your grade is like a paper or a project and a paper. While in America, you have like a bunch of little assignments to like cushion your grade.
I think in America too, like we had to be like so on top of everything. Like it was so much time management, and here it was like, oh, it's not due until like the end of the...
So none of my classes had mandatory attendance. Once I saw what the paper was about and I knew how I was going to write the paper, I never went to class again. So I really liked the school system here because I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Moral of that question is, I feel like it depends who you are, if you like writing or you like...
It's just like different. And they're also so like mentally health conscious.
Yes,
like,
they care about your mental health here too. They're
so
like
nice.
So like the class I never went to, I got an email from the professor like, is there anything I can do to help to make sure that you're doing okay so you can come to class? Like I didn't get in trouble. She was like, what can I do to help you? And I was like, oh girl, like I just don't want to go. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's a lot more understanding here. It's not as strict. Should I do the boy questions?
Yeah, do a boy question.
Actually, the most asked question, not even expense, was actually, have you dated anyone? I want to know what you think of British boys. Have you fallen in love, crushes with British boys? Have you gone on any dates? You can't say no. You've been up to
Wait,
some...
so I told him to watch this video and like and comment and subscribe. I went on like a slight date, but I don't even know if he likes me.
We just evaded that question like Harry Styles would. We're literally avoiding the most asked question. Okay,
the most asked question is no.
We're not dating anyone officially.
Back to the boy question. Everybody comment down below that Steph needs to go on this date. I've already I need you to go. Not just because he wears a Rolex. He's attractive. He's nice. He's successful. He knows what he wants in life.
You're really gassing him up.
I am. He's actually really nice. I think Steph should go. Even my dad was like, did he ask you on a date? I was like, no. But he asked Steph and he was like, go on, Steph. He's like, yes, Steph. My dad was just He's like by your side 100%.
Would he be proud?
He would. My dad's proud. Obviously, you know my dad's proud of you. My dad's like obsessed. He's like a businesswoman. She knows what she wants. I'm obsessed. I need to know everything about her.
Have you guys argued a lot because of the traveling stress?
Okay, that's actually funny. We only argue when Steph hasn't had her coffee or when we're both hangry as freak.
Yeah, we've never like gotten in a fight or like argued for real.
There was one time though, I remember in Marseille when Steph, she needed an afternoon coffee.
Guys, like, I'm so intolerable when I don't have coffee. It's actually bad. Like I take full accountability. I don't know why I'm like,
you're not the worst person ever, but I can tell when you need it. You know what I mean?
But I'm like not gonna talk. If I am gonna talk, it's like I'm not gonna be nice and I can't even control it.
It's not that you're not nice, it's just you know what you want.
I remember you like, okay, so do you want, she was like, baby, you were like, do you want to go back to the hotel or do you want to find somewhere? And I'm like, I don't care. Let's do whatever you want.
And I was like, no. Tell me what you want.
It's never been an argument, but it's like we're both like not in a good mood. Also, the time we were both not in a good mood was when we were going up and down the stairs.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
When we were in Italy,
100%.
We've told this story in our Italy vlog, but when we were in Italy,
we were like evil.
We were just like so starving because we hadn't eaten in like 24 hours. We were dripping sweat and carrying luggage and it was just not the vibe. And we had no idea where we were going. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going this way. And you're like, well, why the fuck would we go that way? I'm like, I don't know. Should we go that way? And you're like, let's go up there. I'm like, fine, let's do whatever you want.
It's more like, okay, fine, whatever you want. Or like, it's never like,
but we're never like actually mad.
No, we're not actually
like 2 seconds later, we're like, yeah, that was the right decision.
Yeah.
Traveling is so stressful on its own, but like we've managed it so well.
I agree.
But it's like the little tiny moments whenever we have an inconvenience. I feel like we're really travel compatible. There's people that you're not compatible with while traveling, and then there's people that you are. And I think we're really compatible. It's just like those little moments.
Yeah.
Why are they all about boys? Do you have a closer bond with each other because you're both away from your friends and family? Wait, I was gonna connect that to another question. Is it hard to communicate still with your friends back home? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that it's hard to like reach them, but it's like they don't care what I'm doing.
But also it's like the time difference too, like when I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah, we're 8 hours different from our hometown. And then connecting that to like, did you bond because you're away from all your friends? Like, yeah, because our hometown friends like don't know any of the experiences that we've had here. They don't know the people we've met or like the friend groups that we've had here to like relate to it. We've built like an entirely new life. Not that we're like different people, but like no one back home knows anything we're doing. They don't know like where we are, who we're with, or
yeah, it's kind of hard to explain.
Or like kind of like they don't care because it's like they don't understand.
Yeah, no, it's like explaining like, oh, this is
this
guy
person.
Yeah, like it's just like a whole
So they don't really care. So it's easy to be with each other who experience it. Usually when I was back in Arizona and like something happens to you, like text your friend and be like, oh, this is what happened to me. But like now it's like Lauren. I'm like, my stomach hurts. I'm like, let me tell Lauren that my stomach hurts. On that note, like when we go back, there's no one that's gonna understand our experience like we will.
Yeah.
Like even when we're back in America and we go back to our regular lives with our own friend groups that are separate, the past like 6-7 months of our life, like no one knows what happened but the two of us. So we're gonna like have that forever, being like, oh, remember that time.
Yeah.
When we go back to America, now that we've had like this whole life together alone, it's gonna be like, oh, like it was like me and Lauren's world, and now it's like us back in the real world.
No, but even when I went back to America for a week, and I was like, what's Stephanie doing?
Yeah.
I was like, wait, Stephanie texted me. I was like, literally end all conversations.
I was like, ew, she's back with her real like hometown friends. Like that leads into the next question, which was, because I'm sure it's like a concern to go somewhere to like a different country by yourself. They said, would you recommend going with people you're close with or people you don't know? What's your experience? I honestly think what we did was perfect, but like not everyone's gonna have that situation where like we had mutual friends, but we weren't friends, you know? So we knew that like we had someone in common, which means we'd probably have stuff in common. So we were like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
If your school have like a program where you can go with people from your school, like do that. But I also still recommend doing it alone. Like, even if you have to do it alone, I don't think you should miss out on it because you're scared of doing it alone.
I mean, we both went into this situation thinking we were gonna do it alone. And I promise you, like, they're gonna have so many meetings with
I was gonna say, a lot of people were asking, like, is it hard to make friends? Like, all the people we know that came alone now have friends, you know?
No, there's so many options, like, for you to meet new people. Like, our school, Sussex, obviously had so many, like, exchange student programs where, like,
they were, like,
met new people.
They were, like, a hike for only international students, or a movie night,
or like come to this meeting and you'll meet people who are also like from the United States, like
so they try to like make sure you have friends, and also usually there's people from your home university. If you go to like a big state school, there'll be people from your state school also going. But I really do recommend like going with someone you know, just so you're comfortable, because it can be like a huge change, and having someone you know is probably like really comforting. I don't want to like put the wrong impression and be like it's not gonna be fun if you don't go with someone you know, but I genuinely feel like my experience would be completely different if I came alone.
What I'm thinking about is when we went to travel together, it was nice to have like a travel buddy. Like if I was here alone, I'd be a little bit more anxious to like go around Europe and travel. But
people, all the international students are also alone and willing to like make friends with you because they want to do the same thing. And I literally couldn't recommend this experience enough, especially because if you're at home and you just feel like this is like you're kind of bored
in a rut,
everything's the same, you see the same people every day, you do the same things, you have the same routine, and you don't know when you're gonna get to like, when am I gonna get a pick up and go to Europe and just have this experience. It's like the perfect time to do that because you're still in school and you're still fulfilling your credits and doing everything you need to do, but you're also on vacation and you're meeting new people, and building a life outside of your home life is so satisfying. As for like how did you get over your fear and just do it, it was like, if I don't do this,
I'll regret it.
I had this great opportunity at the same price as what I'm doing, and I didn't go. Like, why didn't I do that? And I also was just kind of like ready for a new start and just ready to do something new.
It's so refreshing too to know what you're capable of like getting out there and trying to meet new people. Well, anyhow,
have you become more outgoing and confident from traveling and being abroad?
Of course. I mean, like, you have to be.
Yeah, you will literally leave your whole family, everything you've ever known, everything you've ever comfortable with. You move to a place that you know nothing about, has completely different culture, and you just show up there and hope for the best. You have to be comfortable doing it by yourself. At first, obviously, it's going to be a little scary, but then I feel like this taught me, like, now when I go back to Arizona, I can literally do whatever I want.
Yeah, I think also
there's like nothing we can't do alone.
Yeah, no, I agree. I also think that like we do stuff like alone here. Like we're both doing our own thing. Like you have to be open to doing stuff alone. Like
traveling alone is like an experience that you do it once and you're scared at first, and then you do it and you get so used to it and you're like, that was so cool. Look at me, main character moment, look at me on the train, look at me on the plane, like whatever. And then now it's like I could be in America and be like, I'm in the mood to do this today. And if I want to, like, I can, because I know I've gone to a different country by myself, you know?
It is a confidence booster. Like, once you know you can do it alone, it's like...
It's reassuring. Like, I don't need anyone to do anything.
Exactly.
Like,
you don't really need to, like, depend on anyone. And it's nice to know that, like, this is the first time I've been alone for, like, more than a week by myself, and it really is reassuring that like you can do it. Yeah, you can do it.
Learned a lot
about each other.
I feel like I've matured more in like the past 6 months than I have in like the past like 4 years.
But I also think that I'm like getting nostalgic now. I'm getting emotional.
Bro, I cried today
because this is like the best experience ever.
And when we go home, we're gonna be like, remember that time when it was just us?
I know. And it's gonna
so
be
sad.
Like
it's just been so nice.
It's also just like it like this feels like home.
Yeah, it does feel like home. I texted Laura today and I was like,
she's like I cried.
I'm so emotional today because I was walking along the beach, just beautiful out, and I was in my head, I was like, I'm gonna miss this so much in like 2 months. Like people have asked like, oh, do you regret like not being in London or whatever, but I feel like this was like the best decision ever. Like I love Brighton, you guys, so much.
I cannot suggest Brighton enough to live, study, go abroad, visit, whatever the fuck you want, but Brighton.
Do you think you'd ever move back to Brighton after school was over?
Yes.
And like I genuinely believe I could have a family here.
Yes.
Like I don't know how to move abroad and like how that would go, and like I'd be away from my family and everything, but I feel like I am at home here. Like I don't feel uncomfortable. Like everything here is so familiar to me now, and I've only been here for like 6 months, but I feel like I could stay here forever. And first of all, not be bored. Second of all, appreciate it. Like I love it so much here. Again, with the being alone thing, like this is like my place. Like no one else has it. It's like my thing, where it's like no one else back home in my life or even my family members are gonna know what it's like to like be here, where I'm like, oh my god, like Brighton's mine. We're gonna come back on like a nostalgic trip in like 5
randomly
years.
You'll
like,
randomly see us be like
vlog. No, just like do all the things, like our daily routine, but like relive it in like a few years. And be like
Cafe Coho, Split Owl Cafe, like
no, West Beach Pier Cafe.
Oh.
We literally got Brighton tattoos, and I wanted to show you. I'm gonna take the shirt off. Surprise! And Lauren got the same one, and that's how much we love it. I literally love it that much, get it branded on my body for life. I would stay here all summer, but my visa expires the first week of July.
When we were in Italy, we were like, I can't wait to be home.
No, yeah, you know it's bad when you're on the Amalfi Coast, and I was like, I can't wait to be back in Brighton. I love it so much.
It's amazing.
What was your first clubbing experience in the UK like?
What was it? Oh, when Callum's friend threw up in our room.
Our first going out night ever was our second night here. We were in London. We'd never gone to a club before because we're not 21 in America.
We looked hideous.
We literally got our whole outfits from Primark. But you know what was good is we got bottle service, free drinks. I was taking shots at the bar and I thought I was gonna throw up, and I had a full shot in my hand and I didn't want to waste it. So I gave it to Lauren and I go, follow me to the bathroom. She holds my hair back. I'm heaving into the toilet. She has my hair in the shot. I'm like not throwing up, and I'm like, okay, I give up. So I stand up, I take the shot, I down it, and we walk out.
I'm literally just like, okay.
And then some kid threw up all over a hotel room.
I cleaned the throw up.
One of our nights going out in Brighton, we're originally just going out to the bar with these guys that we met. All was fun and good.
We were like, let's just like use our powers to get free drinks. I remember the exact moment too, because we were like looking at each other, and I was like, he's looking at us, he's looking at us, and he goes, and we were like, all right, let's secure this bag.
So we made the original guys we came with hold our coats. We went to the new guys, got our drinks.
Yeah, they asked us what drinks we wanted.
Then we found out it was his bachelor party, and he was actually getting married in like 2 days.
But he was like, it's my birthday.
It was not his birthday.
He made us take a picture with him. And then one of them came up to me and was like, I bought you a drink, like you need to buy me one. And I was like, the fuck?
It's because we left again. We got all the drinks, and then we were like, okay, nice meeting you, bye, and went back to the other guys.
No, that's when we met. Oh! And so another group of people were like,
except these ones were like cool looking.
We were like down to hang out with them. Like, what kind of trouble are we gonna get into with them? Like,
so they took us to a different club.
Yeah. Well, they seemed really nice.
They seemed really cool, but then outside the club, they were like, we have no money. So Lauren and I paid for them to get in the club. We paid for their shots.
Yes.
And then next thing we know, we're pinned against the bathroom wall. This girl screaming at us to do, I'm gonna get demonetized if I use words. She was really trying to get us to do illegal substances with her.
Like, imagine, like, Steph's head like this, and you could just see, like, at the corner of our eyes.
We were looking at each other, and we were like, what did we get ourselves?
Screwed up.
We got ourselves into a bad situation.
One of them, like, low-key.
No, don't say that was like one of our traumatic clubbing experiences, but it's not the most traumatic. And we'll get into the most traumatic, which recently happened to me later. Okay, I can't get into it right now.
Give me a minute.
It's still a fresh wound.
Is there not a single question that's like, what the fuck happened on Friday the 13th?
There was one, I just don't know where it is.
My god.
We posted on Instagram, both of us, and we're like, this is the worst day ever, like no wonder it's Friday the 13th. So someone asked what happened on Friday the 13th. Basically the same friend who had someone throw up all over her hotel room, it was his birthday. We went to London, we're like, let's go out, let's go to the club, whatever. So excited.
I got crunk.
We go from one place to the next, we're drinking, we're having a good time. We're at the second location, vibes are great.
Vibes at second location were immaculate.
The clock actually struck midnight, and we were like, okay, it's time to leave. Little do we know, it struck midnight on Friday the 13th had begun, okay? They bring us our bill.
Oh.
And so I look at the bill, and it says 1,200 pounds, and we're like, oh, that's a lot for 9 people and only 8 drinking. But you know what? Let's split it, guys. Like, you only live once.
So, like, the first 3 people tapped their card.
So like, they split the bill by 9. And Lauren taps her card. A few other people tap their cards. I tap my card. And then there is a remaining balance of 600 pounds and no one is to be seen. Suddenly everyone's gone. And even Lauren's gone. And
you should have left with me.
And it was just me alone with the bill. And I'm like, oh. I love my life. I can't wait to pay 600 pounds of drinks that I didn't even drink because my drink fell on the floor because some kid fucking threw it at the wall. So I didn't even drink my drink and had to pay so much money to foot our bill. And then we went to the club. I haven't seen her for like 15 minutes and I'm like, where is this girl? And everyone's like, oh, she's outside. Like, they're not letting her in.
I got this is my second time that this has happened to me.
Got ejected from this hoe and they were not letting her back in because she was stumbling and she was like laying on the fucking cement. Like, I don't even know. I go out there and my drunk ass is like, Lauren, get your shit together. We need to get in this club. Don't speak. Just keep your mouth shut and let me speak. And Lauren looks at the bouncer. She's like, I'm fine. And her phone goes flying.
I wasn't even like allowed, like, you know how there's like barricades for like people who are in the club for like the smoking area?
Yeah.
I wasn't even allowed.
Yeah, they made her stand outside.
Like outside the outside.
And I'm like, sir, I go to the band and I'm like, that's my sister. And I can't leave her out here by herself. That is so dangerous. You know what happens to girls when they're alone outside? Little did I know, I manifested for myself. Anyway. And then he's like, okay, give 10 minutes and then we'll let her back in. Just get her 10 minutes to be like, compose herself.
That was the second time they said that to me.
Somehow we ended up Ubering back to the apartment that we were staying at that night. I don't know what we were thinking. We get in this Uber and as we're getting in this Uber, I see the rest of our party getting kicked out of the club.
Thought it was okay because we had like a little screenshotter that was like, here's where it is, here's the codes, and here's how to get
yeah, so we had all the information to get into our Airbnb, so we're like, let's just go home. Like, we're tired, we're over it. And we see everyone getting kicked out, so we're like, this is a shit show. Like, let's leave before them. We get to the apartment and none of the codes work. Nothing's working.
Our phones are at like 2%.
Our phones are both almost dead. We're waiting there for a little bit. We're literally sitting on the floor and no one came. Like, we don't know where the rest of our group went.
And we were calling actually every single person.
So then we're like stranded out here. And so Lauren's like, okay, my phone's gonna die, so I'm gonna call us an Uber now to go to my friend's house to charge our phones. And so we go there to charge our phones. And it's like 30 minutes away. And it's like 3 a.m. We get there.
This poor man had work in the morning too.
We charge our phones for a little bit and I contact my friend all the way in America and I'm like, hey, like, I can't get in this Airbnb and we don't know where anyone is. Could you please get a hold of them? Because she's friends with them. She eventually gets a hold of them and she's like, you need to go now because they're gonna pass out because they're so drunk that you need to go right this second, that you get there before they fall asleep so they can let you in the building. And I'm like, okay. Go by myself because she was just gonna stay. She was already too drunk. I'm in my Uber. I feel great. I'm like, yes, I can't wait to get in bed. My phone is at 3% though. The Uber driver's like, yeah, I don't have an iPhone charger. So I'm like, okay, fine. I can just knock on the Airbnb door and they'll know I'm there. Like, Lauren already called them. They know I'm coming, whatever. My Uber stops. He's like, okay, we're here. I'm like, great. Thank you, sir. I get out. I've never seen this place in my life. I have no idea where I am. The street is the wrong street. And I'm like, and the Uber had already driven away and I'm like, where the fuck am I? My phone's at 3%. And I'd never been in that area before. Yeah. I'm wearing my club dress. I'm freezing cold. I didn't even have the address of where I was. Like, I had no idea what was going on. So no one at the Airbnb is answering their phones to come find me. And I'm on the streets of London at 3 a.m. in the pitch black darkness and there's people screaming at me.
Well, okay, so I get on the phone with Steph and I feel so bad. She's like so scared.
I was hyperventilating.
Like, poor little Steph, like on the side of the street.
Okay, I don't cry, okay?
No, she doesn't cry.
I don't cry and I'm like, please help me. I kept saying please. I'm like, please,
I know.
Please.
I was like, my heart sank.
I was like stomach. Begging her to like save my life. I was like guilting you.
I was like so scared.
I was like, Lauren, I've never been this scared in my whole life. Like, please just help me. I'm desperate. Please help me.
I was so scared. I literally, when he yelled at me, I was even more scared because I was like,
he was worried.
He was scared. He was sober and he was scared.
Everyone was worried for my life. I was worried for my life. And I texted her a picture of my location and I was like, I am either here, and if I'm not here, I got kidnapped, so find me. All this is happening, I'm wedged between two buildings hiding.
Because I have her a tracker on, so I'm like,
I'm so sorry if my mom is watching this. I'm so sorry I got myself into these situations. I don't know how I got in this situation. I lived, so it's okay. So I'm walking, I turn the corner, because I noticed the street number is going down. So I'm like, okay, I know that I'm going the right way. I just don't know.
Very smart of you.
Well, thank you. And I hear in the distance, I hear, Steph. And I turn my head, and one of the boys is out there, and I'm like, I've never run so fast in my life.
I know from my end of the phone, I'm on the phone with him and he goes, oh, and I was like, yeah.
So they found around me, I jump on this kid, I'm hugging him, I was like, you saved my life, like, thank you. He had no idea I'd been out there for so long. We looked at the timestamp, I was out there for over an hour, and I have no idea how that happened. And so then I get let up into the apartment, all of them were blacked out on the floor, dead, while I'm on the streets. And then the next day, everyone was like, hey, Steph, like, what happened to you? Like, where did you go? What's wrong? Like, and I'm like, what do you mean what happened to me? What happened to me is that no one answered their phone.
I think that was our pit of the whole study abroad experience.
That's actually the scariest situation I've ever been in my whole life.
Yeah.
In my 20 years of living on this earth, I don't think I've been in a more dangerous situation. I'm like crying. If you've learned anything from this, learn not to go anywhere by yourself in the middle of the night in a city you don't know. Well, good luck, Charlie. There's so many that are like so general that I don't even know what my answer is because I'm like kind of drunk. Like, what's your favorite memory? Like, I can't even think right now.
But yeah, well,
the next question, have you met anyone famous? The other day we were eating breakfast in Salmonella.
Actually, we had manifested this the entire time.
Guys, I have never met anyone else that was obsessed with the British YouTubers, like, out of all my friends. But she is. And then we moved to Zoe and Alfie's hometown, and the whole time we've been here, we got re-obsessed with them. We've watched all of their vlogs. We're like, oh my god, we live there. We were like, oh, like, we have to see them. Like, we live in the same town. Like, eventually we'll run into them.
Yeah, so this entire time we've been, like, very nonchalant about it. We'll be like, oh, we'll see them. So then, this one day,
like 2 days ago.
2 days ago, we were just sitting at breakfast, and I go, oh my god, I cannot believe we have not seen Zalfie yet.
Wait,
let's act it out.
Okay, we're at the same breakfast table that we were just saying, I can't believe we haven't seen them yet. Like, what if we never get to see them? Eating.
Okay, and this woman, I see this woman who looks really familiar, so I'm like, and then I go, oh my god, Zoe.
So she just is under her breath saying Zoe. I know that Zoella is right behind me, and I'm like, act natural, act natural. So I wait. I'm staring into Lauren's soul, and I'm like, no. And then I wait for her to be like out of the corner of my eye, so I didn't have to like turn my head, and I'm like, I see her. I saw her with my own 2 eyes. I can't believe we saw her.
Yeah, like it's like the best moment of our lives.
Yes, we just literally just looked at her from afar, but she was on the phone, so like, what are we gonna do, you know? But it was just so cool.
No,
like, what a full circle moment.
She is a celebrity. My 12-year-old self would be so happy. In that moment, we're like, if I was 13 right now, I'd be
crying and screaming and throwing up.
Steph is bilingual. She'll be like blackout drunk, and she'll be like, wait.
My duo.
I have duo.
Well, I've taken Spanish for like, I took it for 11 years straight. And then I didn't do it in college. Now I'm like, oh my god, I need to learn it again.
But randomly, I'll just like see her whip out duo, and she's like talking to like her app. I'm like, damn, we can go to Spain, holy shit.
Yeah, okay, the hardest part about being abroad, my room doesn't have Wi-Fi, which is a struggle when my whole career is based around technology. Like, so I have to leave my room every single day, which does get a little bit frustrating. They don't have ranch dressing.
There's only one ranch dressing left in the fridge.
Everything closes at like 5 p.m. There's no like 24-hour places, so if you're hungry at 10 p.m. you're starving.
Unless you want a kebab.
Yeah.
Transportation, like maybe, only because we usually like drive everywhere.
Yeah, we don't have a car. But honestly, I love public transportation.
I love a train.
The food situation is just not great. So we have a kitchen that we share with everyone, and we also can't cook. We get in this predicament of just starving or going out to eat.
If a man is watching out there who loves to cook,
if you know how to cook, DM me right now. I will literally marry you at the speed of light. Because like, they don't have a dining hall here, which is something I wasn't expecting. But like, we live in a dorm, but there's no food on campus. We have restaurants on campus, but no dining hall. So you have to pay for everything.
I just rated you, that's all. No, wait, okay, wait, let me read this.
This rated me.
I don't know. I just rated you, that's all.
Like, okay, sounds good. Just like to be really brief. Have you experienced culture shock?
Yeah.
I would say like, when we first got here, we were very confused because so many things are just a little bit different. The wording of things is different. The way you say things is different. Everything. I don't feel it at all anymore.
It's slang.
Once every few weeks, I'll be like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
So I don't think I have like much culture shock.
It's not really culture shock.
Because everything was so, like, the differences were so minuscule. Like, going to a different country though, like when we were traveling, I was like, okay, this is like a bit much.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think so. I'm sorry. Bro, stop laughing, I'm shaking. Okay. Where'd my wine go?
Literally just like,
oh my god, I'm almost done.
I'm done.
You finished?
Oh god. I'm so... I'm not doing that.
We both have a sip left, but I hope we answered your questions.
This was so fun, you guys.
Overall, study abroad has been the best experience ever of all time.
Literally.
So grateful for this experience, and I definitely recommend that you study abroad as well if you have the opportunity.
Just do it. Literally leave everything behind. It's only 6 months. You're always gonna come back.
But thanks for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed us answering your study abroad questions and getting gradually more crunk as it went on.
Could you tell the slur of the words?
I'm gonna be like editing it out, but we're very much slurring all of our words for the whole like second half of this video. I don't know if this was informative or helpful, but we tried our best. If you want more of an insight to our study abroad experience, you can watch our vlogs. But yeah, with all that being said, that is the end of today's video. If you want to follow me on my other social medias, they're all linked down below as always. And I'll see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye!